All right, y'all. Going live in 3, 2, 1. Whatever it pops up. Yeah. What's up, you guys? We are back. We are live. You have the beautiful Ahzzy Moore. You have the beautiful IAmPhoenixNadie. And you have the beautiful Asmaaa the Alchemist. We are back live. We're going to get our cards ready. Please feel free to donate. If you have a personal question that you would like to ask, all of our donation cash apps are in the description. If you would like to follow Phoenix or check out her website, let me post it up here for you guys. To follow Phoenix, you go to her TikTok, you go to her Instagram pages, or you can go to her website as well, the Copper Shaman, where she makes very, very beautiful, beautiful jewelry, handmade jewelry. All right. Also, in addition to that, if you would like to follow Ahzzy on TikTok, you can follow her on TikTok, Mrs. Moore to you. Okay. Email Ahzzy for personal readings. That's her email. And all of my information is also in the description of this video. Okay. Every Wednesday, we're going to be doing live readings. Bringing different stuff. We might take specific topics that we might do. That we might tackle, or if there's any specific topic you would like us to tackle on a Wednesday, feel free to put that in the not the description, but in the comment section. Let us know if you want us to talk about love, if you want us to talk about spiritual attack, spiritual awareness, dark night of the soul, any kind of thing. Let us know so that we all can take that into consideration and do a show just for you. All right. In addition to that, all the cash apps, if you have a personal question, are listed in the description. You will not be turned away if you don't have no money. However, money helps us all eat. So if you could show a little love, it don't hurt your pockets. Send a little love, all right? Hold on, my mom texting. Right? Like, I don't see the link. My mama trying to chime in. So I think what we might do, if you have anything y'all would like to say, any prayers, anything before we get started, feel free to have the floor. I'm going to mute myself so we don't echo.
Somebody has an echo. There's an echo somewhere.
Is it me?
I think it is. But we may have to just mute when each other's talking just so that we get rid of the echo.
Okay.
And then just remember to put it back on when we're talking. Hold on, my mom is texting me because she want to participate. Mama, you could participate. What's going on here? Thank y'all all. Thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for that heart that someone just gave. Thank you.
Yes.
I don't know why this is not letting me share this link to my mama, but we're going to figure it out. I know what I'm going to do. Let's see. You know, the elders sometimes ain't all that tech savvy as much as they, and the technology is moving so fast. Everybody's like, what's going on? Will you copy the link? Let's do that. She like, I don't see the link. How y'all feeling today? What's the vibration? How's y'all day been going? What's been going on with the collective? What's been going on?
My day has been pretty relaxed. Working on some projects.
Good.
So been focusing on that today for the most part, and I'm digging the energy. Things have been flowing really smooth and really gracefully, and I'm grateful for that because, I've been going through a lot of turbulence. So, peace and all of that. Oh, it's so welcomed. I give thanks for all the peace to Great Spirit. I really do.
I know that's right. The turbulence runs around and life does these up and down cycles. We all go through it, man. Even the readers, all of us, even the spiritualists. And we hang in there. We keep fighting a good fight and doing what we need to do. How you been, Ahzzy?
Yeah, I'm paying attention to the comments. My bad. I've been great.
I ain't even looking there yet.
I've been great. Like Phoenix said, it's been turbulent, but practicing gratitude regardless regardless, has helped me kind of like balance things out. You know, when I find myself about to complain, I'll be like, nope.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. That's my thing right there. Okay, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
I'm pout, but I'm grateful.
Yeah.
I know that's right. Staying in that energy of gratefulness helps to further manifest things and get things in alignment the way you want it to, because life is going to have these up and down cycles. It's going to be sometimes when you feel a little haphazard, and that's a part of the journey. You know what I mean? So today we're going to post some collective readings unless anyone has any questions that you want to type in the chat, anything specifically that you would like to have addressed. Anything you have questions on, we could pick up the energy and let you know what we see. We're going to be pulling from a multitude of decks that we feel compelled to pull from, reading however we feel compelled to read from. Sometimes we may read with the cards, sometimes we may channel, sometimes we may use other tools of divination, but it's all to help guide you and guide us as we all walk this journey together into where we need to go, into the next part of our lives and our journey. Shout out to Tasia Powell. I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you for being in the chat, Tasia Powell. What's up? She said, hey, family. Thank you for the support. Everybody that's lurking, them people that's looking right now, there's like at least 6 of y'all. Can y'all like the video? Can y'all comment? Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let us know what's popping. Let's see what we're gonna pull out first. Sisters, y'all got the floor. Let's get it. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Is Stacia coming up here with us? How she get in the thing? Tasia, do you do readings?
Wait, is she backstage?
Yeah, she's backstage. Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute, how she get the link?
She's in the private chat. Click out.
Tasia, do you want to ask your question live or something? That's okay if you want to ask it live. We wasn't anticipating that. She said, no, I'm trying to watch. I'm sorry. Tasia, so I'm gonna boot you out. Or with all respect and all love, right? My bad, yo. I'm like, how you get the link? That's all right. That's all right. We needed a little laughter. Let's see what's coming up for the collective.
So let's get our prayer in and our breath. Yeah.
Yes. Anybody would like to lead the prayer? Doesn't matter to me who.
Anybody? I'll go for it.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna give a moment to reverence our great spirit, the Most High, the Creator. We give thanks for this moment. We give thanks for the ability to be in this capacity. We give thanks to be able to use our gifts to be a blessing to those who are willing to receive. We give thanks for those who are participating, for their questions, for their concerns in life, for their just willingness to want to know truth, honesty, and whatever divine message is meant for them. We give thanks for the panel, for everyone who is here, my sister Asmaaa, my sister Ahzzy, myself, and those who are sending their energy to us, encouraging us and giving us strength.
Oh. Thank you. Ahzzy, anything?
All right, so
sorry.
Let's do a little bit of breath work, no?
Okay.
Just a little bit of breath work. Just to get the energy flowing, to release any heaviness. Some breath work is definitely important for you to do, especially when you are meditating, when you are going into these readings, when you are even asking a question. You want to be able to know that you can clear your energetic field. So everybody, I want you guys to center yourself, spine up, sit tall. On the count of 3, you're going to breathe, inhale. And then exhale it out. I want you to inhale. Exhale. When you're breathing, I want you to breathe into your belly space. Inhale. Breathe it on out. I want everybody to let all the tension out from the hectic day, from the hectic week. We are in the middle of the week. Let's shake it on out, shake it on out, shake it on out, shake it on out. And then you're going to inhale deeply. And exhale it on out. All right, y'all. Good job, good job, good job. All right, let's get into this collective, team. Let's get into this collective. Let's see what we have for the rest of the week going on, probably into next week. Anything that comes out. Our sister Phoenix was talking about giving reverence, just always giving reverence, no matter the turbulence. And I think that's kind of been the theme for a lot of people this week. Today we have a new moon. We have a new moon today. New moons are typically for, manifesting. We say that it's for manifesting, but I also feel like sometimes those new moons are definitely for releasing. Because in order to manifest, you got to release some stuff, right? And this is just channel. This week, honestly, could be a week of revising. I don't know why I heard revising. Revising. I don't know if some people have had some manifestations come through and maybe you weren't ready for the manifestation, or if you had some stuff come through and you felt like you weren't ready for it. But all of it is going back to the drawing board and revamping, revising, renewing. Yeah. Revamping, revising, and renewing. Transitioning can be hard for a lot of people. I realize that, especially when you are transitioning from one stage to another. When you think of transition, you think of a caterpillar going into a butterfly, right? Eagle going into a phoenix. Like, you have to really be ready to take those steps. And a lot of us are trying to just get into the stage of being a butterfly, but don't want to do the caterpillar work. You don't want to get through that metamorphosis. You don't want to get through that metamorphosis. Hi, Lola. You don't want to go through that metamorphosis. You got to go through that stage, baby. A lot of people are trying to get to the butterfly stage and not really realizing the metamorphosis stage, that caterpillar stage, is the most prominent and important thing to really get and understand. Like we say all the time, like, in order for a baby to walk, they have to crawl. A lot of us just want to get up and walk. Get up and walk. Not realizing that in order to learn how to walk, you got to crawl first. You got to crawl
go
first.
through them steps. Yeah.
You got to go through those steps. This week, we are learning that we cannot skip those steps. We are learning that when we go and rush into walking, that sometimes we're not prepared for it. So this week, you are learning how to appreciate that metamorphosis stage. This collective is learning how to appreciate this metamorphosis stage. A lot of people are probably going into certain rooms, certain doors, certain careers, certain jobs, probably even walking into different relationships and not being ready because we're trying to skip that healing stage. You can't skip the healing stage, baby. You got to go through it. This week, I want everybody to kind of be encouraged to know that struggle is not always something that is bad. Struggle is honestly good. It's good. You learn a lot through struggling. You learn perseverance. There you go. That's the word for the week. Perseverance. Learning how to persevere, not to become complacent. Learning how to accept that metamorphosis stage. Sometimes we think our perception, and I think I quote for earlier for this, the theme of this week is perception. Perception, learning how to move beyond that comfort zone that we have, learning how to look at things from all angles, not just ours. And a lot of the times we look at things from our perception. We look at a mountain and go, okay, it's too steep, but your spirit guides are saying, well, guess what? You will climb that mountain. And in that mountain, you want to encounter some things, but it's for your growth. And we're looking at it like, it's happening to me, not for me.
Right.
You know, we need to learn how to look at things from a different perspective. Learning that our perception is not always the right perception. And sometimes, like we said, tying into what Phoenix said, giving gratitude. All right, I'm mad right now, but I'm gonna give thanks anyway. I'm gonna give thanks anyway. I'm gonna go through it anyway. I'm gonna go through it anyway, and I'm gonna learn from it. So that's what I got for the collective. What about you guys? Don't worry,
Yo, I just been pulling cards. That was a whole word for me too, Ahzzy. That was a word for me too. I've been pulling cards, and let me tell you, I pulled out random messages. I'm gonna tell you what came out. First, weak will came out.
Come on.
Weak will. Some of us are struggling with having weak will at this time, or we feel like we're having weak will at this time. Right. Something that we want to come through is not coming through. We also got you are in your own way.
Ooh.
That came out as well. Some of us right now during this time are in our own way, being our own worst enemy and not even seeing how we're a part of the problem. You are neglecting your own needs came out. In addition to that, a lot of people are feeling stuck. Not many options at this time. Feeling stuck in a situation or circumstance. But we also got sing and dance. Singing and dancing is an energetic frequency like everything else. And sometimes we have to sing the energy out, the frustration out, the pain, the hurt, the any kind of emotions that is hindering our growth or stopping us from going to the next level. Sometimes you got to dance it out. You don't got to be a singer. You ain't got to be a dancer, but it's all energetic. It's all releasing of the energy. I remember when I was going through a dark night of the soul a few years ago, there was times where I was in a really, 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 really bad place, I thought. And that's how I felt at that time. And, you know, pain and struggle is temporary. And I always have to remember that. But I remember being guided to stand up and just dance around my crib, put on inspirational music, dance, sing the energy out, dance, sing the energy out. I started to remember how much I used to love dancing because I stopped dancing, like really, really dancing years ago. You know what I mean? Body issues, different things, insecurities. And then I had to start re-embracing that. Dance. Understand that you're releasing this energy that you're holding on to. Everything that you're doing is a release. Allow yourself to cry. That is a release as well. That's an energetic release. So is the dancing. So is the singing. So is the shouting. If you ever did anything like voice activation or sound therapy, those things, I remember being in a plant medicine ceremony, and we did a voice activation thing, and the man would say a term, and he said, don't even think about it, just make whatever sound you feel when you hear this term. So he would say pain, and people would or whatever. Love, those different frequencies are important. Those different frequencies, sometimes I can hear a person's pain or what they went through by the way that they cry and the sound of their scream. Those things have to be released. You know what I mean? To get back to a state of homeostasis, of balance. So I just wanted to share that part with you guys.
Well, I just pulled from my Living Reiki cards, and we got become aware. Become aware. It says life doesn't always turn out the way we expect, but as long as we continue to struggle and strive to bring things under our control, we are just creating an energy cycle that makes things worse. However, there's no point in just squashing your fear and worries down. Instead, try to become aware of what you're really afraid of or worrying about. Then send love and Reiki to that fearful part of yourself. And I'll explain what Reiki is just in case anybody doesn't know what Reiki is and needs to know. Reiki is energy healing, where you utilize the energy of the creator, that which breathed life into us. We use that energy to heal aspects of ourselves, whether it's physical, spiritual, mental, or emotional. And what this card is suggesting that, we take time to feel what we're going through, feel our situations, gain understanding and clarity about what's happening. The thing is not to suppress, not to hold back, not to dismiss how we feel, because our feelings are valid. What we're going through is happening for a reason. A lot of times what's happening on spiritual manifests in the physical. So you begin to have symptoms of what it is that you're dealing with or you're not addressing. So like, for instance, shoulder pain is like when you got too much on you, taking on too much stress, you got too much projects going on, you're dealing with multiple people's situations. A lot of times you'll feel that manifestation in your shoulders. So at this point, it's saying to take a moment, feel that, but give yourself love. And then when I hear that, I hear give yourself grace. Give yourself grace, give yourself patience, and allow yourself to go through what it is that you're dealing with. So if you are in that dark night of the soul or whatever the case may be, you got to bring yourself to a calm place where you can analyze your situation, reflect on things that happen, and make sure you gain the proper perspective, and put it where it needs to be. But we can all heal. We can all heal as long as we take time to focus and gain understanding.
I had wrote a post the other day talking about this new term that we have called toxic positivity. I don't know if a couple of you guys
heard that.
I missed it. Toxic
Positivity.
Toxic positivity. It's basically where you're telling a person, no matter what, when a person tells another person that no matter what you're going through, you're always supposed to just be happy, and you're always supposed to be, it came along, that term came along, once the world became spiritual, and they don't understand that the reason as to why we say that, we're not telling you to dismiss, like you said, dismiss your feelings. We're not telling you to suppress them, but what we are telling you to do is not to live in them. And I think a lot of the times as spiritual human beings, we tend to live in our emotions, and stuff tends to happen and we go, oh my God, like, again, this is happening to me. I was watching a podcast with Lauren London and Angela Yee, and was it Angela Yee? No, it was I forgot the other lady's name. And she was saying, instead of saying why me, I go, why not? This stuff happened to people every day. Every day. And who am I, just to sit here and say, okay, why me? Who am I to say that? Who am I to say why me? I'm supposed to say why not? There are so many people who go through things that are worse, and a lot of the times, and that's where that perception card comes back in. There are a lot of times where we go, okay, but why is this happening to me? Baby, why not? Though you are impactful, though you are an important piece of the world, we are a little speck of the world as well. Who are you to not go through these things? Who are you to not? Instead of having that mentality of why me, start saying why not, and gear yourself towards trying to break through that quote unquote toxic positivity. I don't believe in that term toxic positivity, because it helps your mindset. It trains your mindset to go, okay, rent due, I ain't got it, but you know what? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna find a way to get it. Okay, this is not going my way, but you know what? I'm gonna find a way to be positive. I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna get pissed. Shit, might even curse somebody the hell out. But I'm gonna get through this. So it's all about the mindset, your perception, the mindset. What are you gonna do about your situations? And I think that's kind of like something that's gonna go into the theme of next week. What are you gonna do about your situation? Are you gonna keep staying in that same cycle? I think our last live, Asmaaa was talking about the number 8, and how you're gonna continue to keep going through the cycle until you get the lesson. You're going to keep going through it till you get the lesson. And now is the time for us to really start to revise and go, okay, what was I doing before that was never ever working for me? What can I do now to break this cycle? I got to break this 8. So that's what I got.
Some of the collective has been working very hard at something and not even realizing, or they're feeling like their hard work is in vain. We got here the 8 of baskets, as well as the 7 of coins. Feel like the work is in vain, but look what came out. Big Mama. That's that grandmother maternal energy letting you know that everything is going to be all right. Some of you in the collective have a grandmother or some type of maternal figure in your bloodline that is watching over you, that is trying to make sure that you're okay no matter what, and just reminding you, this is a reminder that she's walking with you. You're okay. Big Mama lets you know that everything is all right. See, she about to feed you. But it may not be physical food per se. It may be spiritual food. You know what I mean? That's that Big Mama energy. It's like the sun card energy in the traditional tarot. Everything is going to work out. In addition to that, some of the collective needs to drink more water. Some of you are not drinking enough water during this time. And some of the masculine collective, you need to work on cleansing your prostate. Okay. If you're interested, I also make a product. I make an elixir that specifically addresses the prostate and the scrotum area, you know, the male parts, to try to help with the overall health in that area as well. My website is currently down, but email me and I'll let you know, and we can coordinate if that's something that you would like to get. Someone said, is it safe to cry here? Yes, it is. Thank you, Grandma. That's probably your grandma I'm channeling.
So I just pulled some cards. I got adversity in the upright, balance in the reverse, and then failure in the upright. Understanding, and then I love these cards because they have the affirmation that kind of like counteracts the card. And the failure card says, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And that's about breaking those cycles again, breaking those cycles. Stop thinking of failure as an issue. If you are going to be successful, you're going to have to fail in some things. You're going to have to fail in some things. You're going to have to encounter adversity in order to get balance. When you think of balance, you think of the Libra scale. When it's too much on one side, it tips over. When it's too much on another side, it tips over. It takes you learning how to balance the left and the right. I don't know why I heard divine masculine and feminine. It takes you learning how to balance these things in order for you to get that balance that you are needed. I don't know who specifically this is for, but somebody has been thinking about a manifestation or trying to get to a manifestation. And the reason why you're not getting to that manifestation is because you need balance. You need balance. You need to balance that masculine and that feminine energy, so that way what you are calling can come forth.
Thank you, Ahzzy. Someone also needs to check their kidneys out. That also may be attributed to needing more water as well. Kidney cleanse, prostate cleanse. Just throwing that in there, y'all.
Yeah, because we don't understand being spiritual is not just about it's not just about, you have to definitely take care of yourself as well. I think me and Azza was talking about that the other day, where we were saying, don't get too spiritual to the point that you forget that you're human.
Yeah.
Don't get too spiritual to the point, you know. A lot of misconceptions have happened in the spiritual community, where we say things like, oh, the reason why you're sick is because somebody threw a hex, or the reason why you're sick is because your chakras are unbalanced. Don't take your ass to the doctor. Take your ass to the doctor. You are bound to get sick. You are bound to. It's human. We are human. Okay. You are a god. You are a goddess. Yes, but guess what? The same way we came in, we have to exit. If we were meant to live forever, then we wouldn't be human.
Right.
You know, going to get your prostate, that stuff is important as well. Being careful of the things that we put into our body. If you are eating a whole bunch of junk, of course your body is going to detox that stuff. Somebody has really, really heavy periods. I don't know who that is or who that's for. The reason why you are clotting so much is because of the stuff that you are eating. It is the stuff, not infertile. It is because of the stuff that you are eating. You have to take care of your body. Start incorporating more fruits, veggies. Start going. You don't have to constantly exercise. 30 minutes a day, walking is something that you need. The reason why you are bleeding so heavy is because of the stuff that you are eating. Put the sunflower seeds down. I don't know who that's for.
You know, damn sunflower seeds.
Nothing but salt.
That's the real hood rat shit. I ain't seen that in a long time.
It is nothing. It's the sunflower seeds. It is the sunflower seeds and that damn Mountain Dew. Put it down.
Right. Mountain Dew is horrible for men. Mountain Dew is horrible. You shouldn't be drinking sodas, period.
Yes.
No sodas, period. The sugar content is way too high. Clogging your pores. You find yourself sweating a lot. Yeah, it's too much sugar, too much sodium in some of them. Yeah, you need fasting and detoxing is very important. Very, very important. So take some time.
And we're gonna be he's just like, oh, who's she calling out? Yes, put it down. Put it down. Look, I have 2 Mountain Dew blasts from Taco Bell. And please don't misconstrue, because there's a lot of people who are starting fast and not fasting properly. Yes. Do not just throw your body into a fast. Please don't. I've had mentees tell me that they're fasting, and I go, okay, did you pre-fast before you did that? And they're just jumping into the fast. Fasting takes time for your body to get used to. Do not just jump into a fast. Please do not do that. Your body's going to go into shock. You're going to end up feeling crazy. The proper way to cleanse is to slowly take away each meal. And in between those meals, make sure that you're hydrating and make sure that you are drinking water, please. Do not drink Gatorade. Do not drink any of those power things that you think about drinking. Please make sure that you are doing it properly, because we want you safe. Remember, you are still human. You are a goddess, but you are still human.
Yeah, in a human form.
I don't know.
You know, just to add to. Oh, go ahead, Mama.
Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody had a question, because I got this Hunter card, and it's Hunter of Abundance. So yes, whatever it is that you're doing will be prosperous. Whatever it is that your question was, whatever you were thinking in that moment that this card came out, and it was just maybe a minute ago, you're going to be prosperous. You're going to reap your reward. You will be abundant.
Oh. I just wanted to add to what Ahzzy said. There's a pre-fast and there's a post-fast. There's many different types of cleanses, and somebody out there is looking into following one of those fads that people are seeing everywhere. But somebody echoing, somebody watching me. But here's the thing: there's a way that you enter into a fast. There's a way that you enter out of a fast. You don't go back into eating heavy foods, depending on the type of fast that you're doing, especially. You have to ease your way back into solid food, for example, if it's a liquid fast. Yes. So there's a way that you have to do it. It's about proper care of the body. And you can literally fast. What I like to do or encourage also is to cleanse at least 4 times a year when the seasons change. Because if you cleanse around those times, it will help balance a lot of the toxins and things that we take in. Realistically, we don't live in a jungle, most of us. We live in America. We in fucking Babylon. So in Babylon, you do the best that you can with what you have to survive, but you give your body those breaks. Real quick story. One of my grandmothers is in her 80s. And one day, we got family group chats and stuff. And one day, me and my relatives were chatting in the group chat. And one of the relatives was like, I went over to grandma's house and she don't got a lot of food. It was there in the summertime. So they're like, okay, somebody bring us some food. Grandma's prideful and different things. So I hit up grandma and I'm making food and I'm like, hey, grandma, you want some food? She like, what you making? I'm like, oh, I'm making some lasagna, this and that. She like, nah. And I'm like, well, grandma, you need anything? You need any food? You know what my grandma said? She said, I don't eat much during the summertime. I drink liquids. The wisdom of the elders, she don't even realize, because it wasn't probably called a term when she was growing up doing that, and when she's been doing that for all these years. It didn't have a common term. But what she's essentially doing is giving her body a break during the summertime. She's allowing her body space to make a conducive environment so that it can heal itself. And when she said that, I said, wow, our ignorance and the wisdom of the elders. You feel what I'm saying? And it was powerful, because I'm like, when I think about that grandma got little to no health issues. She don't even look her fucking age. She was holding down a full-time job in her 80s. Like, who do that? Take the train, take the bus, drive. I'm trying to be like her when I grow up. So I say all of this to say, sometimes we got to give the body a break, especially when you live in environments like America, where we're constantly exposed to toxins. We're constantly exposed to toxins in the food, in the air, in the water. Every avenue we can, we're exposed to toxins, because this is all a part of the New World Order. And this is all a part of population control and all kind of things that we're not going to get into so much today on this live. All right? See, Tasia said my grandma didn't make heavy foods in the summer. Grandma had a level of wisdom. She know what she was doing. Yeah, feel me? I also pulled 1818 optimism. We were just talking about being positive. And we were talking about the new term of toxic positivity. Optimism. Everything is balanced, as Ahzzy and as Phoenix mentioned. Everything is balanced. Being positive and being optimistic doesn't mean you have to be oblivious to shit. It means that you're trying to keep your energetic frequency on a certain level so that you can get through whatever the challenge is. Optimism, 1818. That's another 9 frequency. 9 represents endings before new beginnings. So some of you in the collective are really close to a new beginning starting very soon, but you're going through certain things that are at the end of your journey, certain rites of passage spiritually, certain obstacles that are coming in the way right before you enter into a new trajectory of your life, into a new phase, a new beginning, into something. And you're being called to be optimistic. Big Mama is reminding you to be optimistic, because she wants you to know everything gonna be all right. Remember Big Mama in Soul Food? I'm all right, baby. With that smile. Big Mama didn't want you to worry. I did a reading for someone the other day, and their ancestor was coming through like, yo, we don't want you to be sad. We want you to be happy. We want you to be okay with my passing, with what's going on. You feel me? Optimism. You said, what's in the plate? Look like cornbread. It looked like cornbread or like some pound
I was just
cake.
saying that. It looked like cornbread.
It looked like cornbread to me. That cornbread was probably soft and good too. Yo, that's crazy. Some people are dealing with money losses right now, but it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Work through it, like they were saying. Now, what's the collection plate information?
The Cashapp.
Oh, the Cashapp. Yes, they are all in the description of the video.
Collection plate.
Because you said collection. I'm like, wait, change. We
taking the collection plate.
Feel free to donate to any one of us. It's all love. We all sisters. So I'm gonna put up Ahzzy's. I'm gonna put up Phoenix. I'm gonna put up mine. Feel free to donate to whomever you feel or whatever you can. You feel me?
Right.
Let me see. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. That's why I'm not finding it. I gotta go to the
guys, I wanted to pull something for the elements. You guys want to take an element each, maybe?
Sure. Let's do it.
Take an element each. How are we gonna do this? Who wanna start?
In the element? You can start, Mama. It don't matter who start. Phoenix, anybody. I gotta type this real quick.
I'm gonna take the earth signs, the lovely earth signs.
I got the water signs.
You see, I had a feeling that you wanted to do water. I was about to say water, and I was like,
I'm gonna do air.
For the water signs.
I'll do air and fire because it's fire season. Y'all mind? Air and fire?
Not at all. Not at all.
I don't mind.
We got earth, water, and fire. Who got air?
Me. We gotta do 4. There's 3 of us.
Let's
so
go.
I'll pick those 2.
Or we could each pull a card for air if y'all want to do it that way.
What's the message for
all right, for my earth signs, I like this. I like this energy that you guys are in. Y'all are in your Empress and Magician energy. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
This is heavy. Ooh, okay. Some of you probably have went through a very, very bad time within these past couple of months, but you are definitely coming out of it. You're coming out of it as the Empress, though. You're coming out of it as the Empress. You're coming out of it as the Magician, and you are calling judgment to situations. You are pushing off anything that does not belong to you. Earth sign spirit is so proud of y'all. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a transition for you guys for a very long time. Trying to move into your feminine energy. You're birthing something new. Whatever you have been trying to manifest, I would say from that last full moon is coming into fruition. But it will not come into fruition until you cast judgment on this situation. This can be with a job or a lover. This is in love or career. The mask came off. So now what you going to do about it? That's literally what Spirit is saying to you. The mask came off. So what are you going to do about it? You've seen from all angles what this situation can bring to you. And it's not bringing any type of clarity. It's not bringing any type of balance. You've been manifesting something big. And the reason why it's not coming is because you need to call judgment to this situation. Do the judgment call before Spirit do it for you. And we all know how Spirit does judgment calls. Spirit is testing you to see if you learned those lessons from those last previous cycles that you've been in. A couple of people, if you are in Earth, you have been seeing the numbers 1010, the numbers 777, probably 1212. You've probably even seen 1818, which is what you were talking about, Asmaaa. That transition phase. You are at your 9. You are at your 9. And guess what? Bottom of the deck, 9 of Pentacles. You are at your 9. We just need you to step into that call judgment and step into that 10. Step into that 10. Step into that 10 of Pentacles. You are at your 9. You are at the time of harvest. But you got a couple of snakes in the garden that you need to pull on out. That's what I got for you guys, Earth signs. What you got for Laura?
I got cards flying everywhere.
I hate when that happens.
What you say about the water signs?
For our water signs, we got the full card. We got the full card. What's going on? We got some maybe some uncertainty going on, but at the same time, there's like this childlike innocence that's causing this uncertainty. This is what I'm picking up here. The first message card that I got for you is the Raven. Listen to your intuition to receive a message from the world of spirit. Okay. So if you had a certain type of question, of course, your answer to that is a maybe, quite possibly. But this is where you kind of have this careless energy, where you're kind of in a place where you're feeling this freedom. Let me pull another card, because Spirit is saying right now that this energy is because you have tapped into a certain aspect of yourself. You have finally dug deep into your certain situations, your current situations that you're dealing with. So it's building, something that you're trying to build here, something that you're trying to create and establish. Spirit says approach it with a childlike energy. Have fun with it. Be creative. Be creative is the word that I'm getting here. Let me see. So you got the high priestess. Spirit wants you to use your intuition. Spirit wants you to look at your gifts and your higher purpose of who you are and utilize that in this endeavor that you are going to work on. See, and then we got the Eight of Pentacles. You need some hard work to gain those coins, hard work to get the manifestation that you want as far as abundance. And it's interesting because we had that card earlier, abundance. We also got the message from the tortoise. When changes are made for the sake of change itself, resist. Okay, so you got to take it slow sometimes. Take this approach slow. Hard work, being patient with yourself to develop the things that you need to develop in this time frame. You also got the butterfly, delight in life and embrace change as the source of your creativity. So there's something changing. There's some things that are taking place right now. Your hard work has not gone unnoticed. Spirit says it's okay. I've been getting lately the message of step back and let me handle it. Step back and let me do this for you. Right now, I think Spirit is saying you need a break. You need a break from all the things that you've been going through, the things that you've been dealing with. Yeah, so we got the Four of Cups. A lot of emotions here, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear is what I'm getting here also. But you're dealing with some emotions and some pressure that you may be facing. Let Spirit operate. Let Spirit move for you. Your hard work has not gone unnoticed. And you will reap your reward. You will reap your reward.
So I'm my crazy self. I'm pulling two different signs at one time. Wow. Okay. So for the air signs, I pulled the high priestess. The high priestess is clarified by the king of swords. So air signs being Aquarius, Gemini, and also being Libra. At this time, you're being called to really trust your intuition. There's going to be things that's going to come to things that you're going to realize about things. You're being called to really practice discernment and make wise decisions about something going on in your life at this time. Because that swords energy, that king of swords energy is air energy. You may have to make a decision about something, or you may have made a decision about something in particular, and based on whatever was going on with you in your own personal journey at this time, you were guided, or you're being guided to really trust your instincts about something going on. The high priestess is also connected with the number two. And two deals with heavy intuition, but it also deals with duality, and it also deals with trickery. So you may have dealt with someone in some capacity who was trying to pull the wool over your eyes, or do some type of slick shit with you. But or that might be somebody who you're dealing with at this time, someone who may be trying to do something slick with you. But at this time, you have to trust your intuition and really move based on what you feel. Sometimes, like I always say, intuition doesn't need proof. You're also being called to balance, because if you look at this card, this person, the high priestess, is being in between two pillars. Some of you are highly intuitive people. Some of you may actually be spiritualists who are air signs. Some of you may actually have spiritual gifts, and you may need to tap into those gifts, but you need to balance the spirituality also with the practicality and the logic and your intellect with that air energy, cutting through the bullshit. That king of a swords. Look at that big ass sword. He's a king, cutting through the bullshit. You might be in a no nonsense energy at this time. You don't want to deal with certain things. You ready to cut things out. You ready to cut things off, cut people off, and that's good. That's good for you at this time. So that's what I have for the air. Oh, yeah, I'm one air. Y'all ready for fire, or y'all want to add to air?
I was gonna add to air.
Come on, sis.
Let me see. Uh I'm gonna go in order here. So we got the spirit of healing. There's some time that needs to be taken to. Ooh, and who said this? Who said this? Someone said this already. There is some healing that needs to take place. We got the spirit of healing. We need the air sign needs to dig deep into themselves and give themselves the time to heal, time to address certain situations. We got the ancestor of tribe. It's time to find those like-minded people, find those people who are able to help assist and aid you in that healing process that you need to go through. And then we have the hunter of vision. So these cards tell me that, especially this hunter of vision, look, it's time to really look deep into yourself. It's time to actually accept what's going on, accept what's happening in yourself. And this is spiritual and physical. So I'm seeing also that there are some things in the physical that may be happening on the outside, people that you've been dealing with that are just not people that are meant there for you. So that taps into this ancestor tribe. You have to be able to weed them out. You have to be able to tell somebody, hey, this enough is enough. No, I'm not going to deal with this anymore. In order for that healing to go forth, in order for you to get to the place that you need to be, that spirit wants you to be. And this is spirit of healing. So this means that the spirit is operating here. The spirit says, hey, let me move this stuff out of the way. Let me get these people out of your way so that you can get to this healing process, so that you can get to getting to this vision that you have, this thing that you need to create, this thing that needs to be made and are brought into fruition for you. This is the hunter card. What you're seeking your own vision. You're seeking the things that you are ready to bring into fruition, into the light. You got some work to do, though, Air. You got some work to do.
As you add into the air, we going on the fire.
I'm just gonna piggyback off because, as you know, I love to tell you what chakra you have to work on. Air signs, you need to work on that heart chakra.
Let them in. Let them in. I'm sorry.
That's another talent.
Go ahead, girl.
Yvette
You need to work on that divine masculine energy. And you need, as she said, expression. Working on that throat chakra as well. A lot of times we don't want to say what we need to say because we are afraid that people will walk away. But if you say what you need to say and a person decides that they want to stay, that person is loving you through transitions. And what you were saying, like we were talking about earlier when I was saying healing takes time. You can't just jump in and you heal. That's not how that goes. You have to allow yourself to feel the emotions, feel through the emotions. And I'm speaking from experience because I am one that do not like to feel my emotions. I'm one of those, like, I just want to get it over with. I'm done. I felt it. I don't want to. You have to be able to feel, because when you feel, a lot of people say when you feel, that's the raw you, the raw and the real you. A lot of the times we don't want to feel because we are always in go mode. Instead of feeling, we go, oh, I got to go to work. Instead of feeling, we go, oh, I got to do this. Oh, I need to do this. No, I don't got time to feel. You have to feel through your emotions. You have to feel that situation. You have to feel that hurt, that pain, that issue, so that way you can finally experience what it is like to actually be free. Self-expression, working on the heart chakra is very important because a lot of the times we think that we have forgiven someone, right? Forgiveness does not mean reconnection. Forgiveness does not mean that you have to be a part of that person's life. Forgiveness just means that you are letting go of the transgression that was put against you. And sometimes, a lot of the times, and this is for somebody, we need to take responsibility for the things and the stuff that we tend to entertain. A lot of the times we tend to blame the other person and say, okay, well, this person hurt me. No, you allowed them to hurt you. You allowed them to hurt you. And the reason why you allowed them to hurt you is because 9 times out of 10, you probably needed to see that view of that person. And unfortunately, a lot of the times we don't look back. Remember, every time we point one finger, there's 3 or 4 pointing them back at us. And a lot of the times we are reflections of the things that we are hurt by. One of the great ways that you can do healing for the heart chakra is journaling. Journaling is a very good way to do it. And some of the questions you can ask yourself, especially if it is a situation that has happened, is what was your reaction? What was your reaction to this situation? How did this situation make you feel? Are there any negative emotions or connotations that come with the reaction that you had or the situation? And one of the ways that you can help yourself turn this into a positive is by going, what have I learned from this situation? That's what I got right here.
Do y'all all want to read fire with me?
Oh, sure.
So, what I got for fire so far, I got the 10 of Pentacles, and it was clarified by the 3 of Swords and the Hermit card reverse. What I'm getting is that a lot of you fire signs are going through a level up at this time, where you're going to go through it really soon. Some of you are going to have financial opportunities. You're going to start new jobs, new careers, different things like that. But this is coming after some type of heartbreak. Somebody really put a damper on your self-esteem. For some of you, this is romantic. For some of you, this is not romantic. And as a result, it kind of caused like a, you know how Judge, what's that judge, that divorce court judge, how she talks about somebody chipped away at your self-esteem.
Toller, Judge Toller.
I love all these divorce court judges, but love Judge Toller is the one that says it. The one with the cute haircut and everything. For some of you, fire signs, someone or some situation really chipped away at your self-esteem. And I'm getting a lot of Leo energy for some reason, but it could be any of the fire signs. Some of you dealt with somebody that really like brought you down, and it caused you to go into kind of this hermit mode, but it's time to come out of that hermit mode, because you're going to enter a time of a major glow up. Your finances is going to improve. And for some of you, you've tapped into, or you're tapping into, generational wealth, which is going to help you, your children. It's going to help some of the elders. Some of you may be wanting to get a pet. You're going to get a pet dog, pet cat, pet turtle, whatever it is, lizard. But fire signs, excuse me, this is a time of a glow up after you're going through some type of heartache, something that really hurt you. You had people gossiping about you. You had people talking about you, saying shit about you, that you wasn't going to make it, not believing in your dreams. But it's important for you to believe in yourself, especially during this time, because the way that the energy is and this frequency, Leo energy, we're in Leo season. Leo is fixed fire. But Leo energy to me is really about a lot of self-love and just really loving on yourself, giving yourself self-love and self-care. So during this time that we're in Leo season, give yourself love. Go out, fire signs. Go out. Mingle with other people. Even if you go out by yourself, even if you take yourself on a date, go out. Take yourself on a date. Self-care, self-love. You know what I mean? Go do something that you enjoy. Leo is also playful energy. So some of you need to go out and play. Go out and just do something happy for yourself. Even if it's only a little bit of time that you're dedicating to yourself, squeeze that time out. Even if it's something small that you're doing for yourself, do it. You know what I mean? That's what I got for Leo. I mean, not for Leo, for fire signs. Sorry. I keep picking up Leo.
Leo. Just to piggyback off of what you said, I was pulling and I got the 6 of Cups. And I don't just take tarot and kind of like go through off the meaning of it. I also look at the pictures, and in this picture, it is two children, and somebody is giving one of the children a cup. And I think this is all about healing that inner child.
Wait, Asmaaa, your sound went out.
Entering, you can hear me now, guys? Sorry.
Yeah, we can hear you
now. Entering that inner child, offering that emotional fulfillment to that inner child. I don't know why this is so significant. It was funny because when I pulled from it, I was like, okay, come on, okay, I get what she's saying. But then something told me to look at the picture. And in this picture, there's 2 children, and the male is offering that child a cup. And as you know, with cups are all about the emotions, the feelings. And I don't know why, but somebody just needs to give their inner child a hug. Just giving that emotional fulfillment to the inner child you. um Accepting that things are not always great, but you can turn it into a great situation. Understanding that you are protected and that you are loved.
Yes.
Somebody needs to really, really get into their inner child, because whatever loss or whatever thing that this person took that gave that Five of Cups energy, it wounded that inner child. It wounded that inner child a lot. Um, it caused you to go back into that childlike energy that you had when you weren't protected and you weren't safe. It's very important around this time, up until your season fire signs, to really, really, up until December, to really, really love on your inner child. Like she said, go out, go on a date, take yourself on a date, take yourself on, go take yourself out, get pretty, do something for you to really, really enhance that inner child. Because that inner child is the reason as to why you really cannot trust. And until you heal that inner child, you won't be able to accept the blessings that come with you learning this cycle, because you're going to be so afraid of everybody. You're going to be the adult you is here and the inner child is here, and it's going to be conflicting, because you're supposed to get this beautiful new inspiration, this newfound meaning of life, but you're not going to be able to get it until you realize that you yourself are safe. The feeling of being safe. I see, like, I don't know who liked to play with fire trucks when they were younger, but get a fire truck, go play with the damn fire truck. Go to the park. Go to the park, go exercise. Somebody likes the swings. Like the way the swings go back and forth. I keep seeing this fire truck. I don't know who that's for. Who is that fire truck for? Because it's bothering me. Go play with that fire truck. Somebody, when they used to go through things when they were younger, they would go and they would crash the fire trucks together, and that, I don't know, it was something about crashing those two fire trucks together that gave them like a form of therapy. Go play with those damn fire trucks. Go play with those fire trucks. I got that for the fire signs.
All right, so I got the Shaman of Reflections. It's time to dig deep into yourself. Look, we also got the Cheetah card here, which says, a decision once made will be followed by unwavering action. So it's time to look deep. It's time to look deep and find out what it is that needs to be moved, what it is that needs to actually be accomplished now, what it is that you actually need to be focusing on and doing. Right now, it seems like you're a little all over the place. And you're needing some guidance. And we do have the Ancestor of Guidance card that speaks towards that. Sometimes we have to remember what our loved ones said to us in the past, or some things maybe that our mothers or our fathers said to us. These things speak to our soul, speak to our spirit. And as we go through our childhood, they start to get embedded into our subconscious mind. Spirit wants you to dig deep and remember those things, because there's guidance for you. You also have the Tiger, which is passion and adventure beckon. So this goes to what Asmaaa was saying about getting out and going and do something for yourself. Get out there and enjoy something. Maybe even go back to the things that you like to do, which Ahzzy was saying as a child. Go back and get into those things and actually enjoy them. Have fun. Bring out your childlike innocence and just enjoy it. Allow yourself to feel bliss in that moment, because that's what it was when we were children, right? We were playing out there. We didn't have not a care in the world. We didn't worry about nothing. There was no doubt, no fear, no anything. I remember I used to play under bushes. Now I look under a bush, I'm like, what's under a spider or something? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for something, when as a child, I didn't care, didn't think about it. I just know that this bush was fun. It was cool because it was a hot day. And I had a good time. Not only that, it gave me something. It gave me sustenance. So it had berries, and I would eat the berries under it. So sometimes when we go back to that child energy, we go to that child energy, we end up getting into a place where things just are effortless. That care is just taken up off of us. We forget about the woes and all of these things that are happening. We finally get to a place where we get to do what? trust ourselves, trust the Creator, trust the Most High, the ancestors, whatever, your spirit guides, and just live and just be and just have fun. But of course, we know there's going to be challenges, and then this is the situation. You're focusing on the things that are putting you in this downward spiral, or putting you in this place of uncertainty or doubt, is what I just heard. So we have the Hare, and this one says, discernment before a passionate encounter leads to the magic of love. So got to reflect. You got to allow yourself to breathe, be easy, and just take what's coming and just flow. Just let it flow. Just flow.
What you were saying about the fire signs, I don't know how many people have fire sign children, but the fire sign children are fearless. The fire sign child will climb a tree knowing damn well they can't get down from that tree, but they're gonna do it just because they felt like doing. And I feel like a lot of fire signs need to get back into that energy where you were fearless. Mm-hmm. And if you fell, you went up. I fell and got back up again. Look at that. You got back up again. Fire sign children, they are so, I wouldn't say loud, but animated. They're very animated. If you're a fire sign, sorry, but it's the truth. You're very animated. Very animated. Brazen. That's the word. Not animated, but brazen. A fire sign child will walk into the room and you know that they're a fire sign. You know that they're a fire sign. You know, that is what I heard, turn up the heat, turn up that light. Be that fire sign that you are meant to be, that light. That light in the darkness. Be that light. And I think that a lot of fire signs, especially around that time, has lost their spark. I set this shit ablaze. You got this journey. Set it ablaze. There's nothing wrong with setting things ablaze. Sometimes you need that. You know, a lot of fire signs I know are the light for their friends. And sometimes you need to be that light for people. It can get very exhausting because you feel like you burn out. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a burnout. Just make sure that you get that spark back, though. Make sure that when you go to the kitchen, you hear that. Make sure that you hear that, and fire is set ablaze. I need my fire signs to be more broad these next couple of weeks. That world needs your light. Without fire, what we gonna do?
That's true. That's the passion.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. Yeah, that's that.
You know what? As y'all was talking, it made me think of that Keisha Cole song, "Gotta Get My Heart Back," even though she's an air sign. Gotta get my heart the way you used to love, the way you used to be, the way you used to feel before I fell in love with you. For somebody, there's it was a love situation that kind of took that mojo out. For others of you, it wasn't a love situation. It was just circumstances with other people. Some of you, it was specifically a family situation. But the Strength card came out. And that's Leo energy. The Strength card. Tap into your inner strength. Get that mojo back. It's funny how you ladies kept bringing up children because the Son of Baskets came out. And the Son of Baskets deals with being fearless, tapping into that inner child. Some of the people we're speaking to specifically are male, but it can be for male, female. It has, just because we're calling out specific elements or astrological signs does not mean that it won't pertain to you, because we're connected with all the signs and all the elements. So, for example, you said something, Ahzzy, in particular about, what was it? It was on the tip of my tongue. Something you said. About the animated nature of the fire signs. I've also noticed that with people who are born under fire numbers. They are very dramatic. The fire numbers are 3, 9, and 1. So if a person is born on the 1st of a month, the 10th of a month, if they're born on the 28th of a month, if they're born on, those are the number ones. If they're born under, for the number 3s, the 3rd of the month, the 12th of the month, the 21st of the month, the 30th of any month, for any of those numbers. If you're born under the 9 frequency, born on the 9th of a month, the 18th of a month, the 27th of a month, those people tend to be they can even have a calmer sign. But because they have that fire number, they can be very animated and dramatic, especially those number 3s, because they love drama. They love that damn drama. Them number 3 people, honey, let me tell you, they can't just tell a fucking story. They they paint the picture. I was walking down the street. Hey, girl, let me tell.
They finna jump you in the comments. I'm gonna just let you know. If they in here, they finna jump you in them comments. You see how I had to change it?
I can deal with it. I can deal with it.
They finna jump you in them comments for talking about them like that, okay?
It is what it is. They better walk in their truth. Because at the end of the day, them fire numbers know they dramatic as hell. And they know that they're very animated. You see what I'm saying? And you got to tap back into that energy. This is a fire sign season. You know what I mean? Son of baskets. Some of you are going to have a male child remind you of the part of yourself that you feel like you've lost. Might be a son, might be a nephew. Some little boy or some male in your energy is going to remind you of your childlike self. So it's so funny that y'all talked about the inner child and tapping into that inner child. It was something that you said in particular, Phoenix, that was I'm trying to remember what it was, because I was getting all these damn downloads and I'm over here, scrambling, doing 5,000 things. I need to start writing that shit down, but it was something in particular. Oh, this is what you talked about. Phoenix, you talked about in particular with the children, how they're fearless. But the fearlessness is that's why they manifest so well. Because that portal of innocence. And as we become adults, we tap into all these different distractions and all this bullshit that we call adulting. And we forget to tap into that childlike innocence, which is a very powerful vortex to manifest what you need.
Yes.
When we're not worried about things. That's why when you manifest or you ask for something or you speak it into the ethers, what you want, you're supposed to just leave that shit alone and just go about it. Everything, be fearless. Don't even worry about it, because you already asked for what you asked for. The minute that you spoke it, the minute that you thought it, the universe already started aligning things in your favor to work out in the way that you want it. And so we lose some of those things. What you say, sis?
As a man thinketh, so shall it be.
Absolutely.
And the best people to manifest with are those fire signs, because I hate to say it, but they are delusional. And let me tell you something. Them fire signs, when it comes to manifestations, they believe in it so much and it happens quick. A fire sign can say, I'm gonna find $20 on the floor today, and you walk and they find that damn $20. And it's because they are it's not because they're delusional, it's because they're optimistic. They know, I'm with the confidence that they have, and like you said, that innocence of, not letting the world tarnish them. That's one thing I can say. A lot of fire signs, they don't let the world tarnish them. Not letting the world tarnish them helps them get their manifestations quicker. Like, you want to get some good shit, go manifest with a fire sign. Go, man. I bet you get that shit. I bet you get it. And it's because when they manifest, they are so delusional. They're like, because I deserve it, okay?
I wouldn't say delusional, sis. They gonna tell your ass over the comments talking about they delusional.
Let me tell you something. Them fire manifest.
They're oblivious to shit. Like, they block everything out and be like, la 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 la.
They are delusional. When I say no, because I'm gonna get what I said I'm gonna get, and it's a point where they believe it, and that's why it comes down, because they believe it. And nothing is interfering with what they believe in. I promise you, when I say that, that's why I said they are delusional.
You look at it this way. Fire is fire. You touch fire, it's hot. You know what I mean? It's just, so it's very intense. The energy that they emit and that they put out, it with manifestation, as soon as you put it out there, it's like this rocket. You know what I'm saying? And that's why and you have to be careful, fire signs. You have to be careful what you say, what you think, because the moment that you go negative, you go left, it's going to change the course of your manifestation, going to change the course of what it is that you are putting out there. So you got to make sure you speak it, you think it, you say it, write it down, and just leave it. Don't go back and second guess it. Don't do none of that, because what fire burns. Fire burns. Don't burn your manifestation. Don't burn your gift. Don't ignite it in that way. When you ignite it, you want it to go up.
See, that's the beauty and the strength of the fire sign. But like you said, the polarity of it all, because they can be destructive when they misuse that feisty ass energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To me, I think every element has their own superpower of like the manifestation power. The fire side, that's the passion of God. That's the passion of the God energy. That's the like y'all said, the feistiness, the fiery, the intensity, like boom, I'm here. Fire signs don't give a fuck about what nobody think of them most of the time. They go, if they want to wear a fucking peacock on the side of their head, they're gonna wear it, and they're gonna wear it with confidence, and they're gonna be like, and you looking at the peacock on my head.
I look good. A lot of fire signs are trendsetters because of that, though.
Yeah,
you know, they are trendsetters because of that, though. Water signs, we are more so of the cleansing, chaotic energy. We manifest in chaos. Like, we are like, you want a water sign to manifest something quick for you, get them into their feeling of feeling like this. I promise, like literally.
Yeah.
Water signs are like chaos. That, think of the ocean, the waves. Like, some of the best times I've manifested is when I was going through the most shit. Like, literally.
That is true, though. Now that I think about it, damn.
Like, listen, some of the best when I'm calm.
That's why we have heavy dark energy, because that chaos.
When you want to get a water sign to manifest, get them chaotic. Them earth signs, they have to be grounded. They have to be. If they're not grounded and they are chaotic, they tend to mess up their stuff. They tend to mess up. With air, I would say it is a mixture of grounding with water. Because air, though it's
fire and water.
Yeah, maybe fire and water.
Fire and water.
I don't know, because with the air signs,
they get motivated. They get motivated through. They get motivated through their circumstances around them, because they're always wanting to do for their family. They're always wanting to be there for their loved ones. So they're the ones that's they're the big chief. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that's like you know what I'm saying? So their motivation is based upon all the other happenings and stuff. Yes, very intellectual. So it's more analytical.
The air signs have to have like a plan or something.
Yeah.
It has to make sense to their logic and their intellect.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you notice, a lot of air sign men won't really always, maybe Libra, but won't really always get if you're trying to like hit on them.
Totally different.
You know what I mean? Like, they're in their own, like, it has to make sense in their head and connect. And they're like, oh, you like me? It's like, what the fuck you think? Like, I've been trying to show you. they don't always read the hints, because there's so much mental energy. It's constant thinking. They have to be intellectually stimulated. And I think I could kind of see what both of y'all are coming from, because I think air signs are kind of a combination of shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the water sign is the mother, because we're birthed through the water of the womb. We're the mother. We can manifest chaos, but we have to balance. And once we master the emotional balance, the water signs, then we become even more powerful.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because think about the water. The ocean is so intense. Nobody knows what's at the bottom of that shit. It just keep going and going and going and going.
It's so intense and it's so big.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that our as a water sign, I think that our past traumas, our tribulations, the things that we go through are the things that give us that energy to be able to manifest, the learning from it, the applying it where it needs to be. But I think that and I don't want to say it is chaos, because we're chaos beings. That chaos that we deal with and we go through, we take it and we transmute it. To see, water signs are transformers. We transform so easily, so simple. So it's more so of tapping into that. We take something and it's like, nah, that ain't what that is. We change it into what we need it to be. And that's our power when it comes to manifestation. So no matter what we're given, we can turn it into something else. So I think that's the fact that water signs have the steam, the liquid, the solid, all of those aspects.
That's true, because we
create,
morph.
these different aspects of ourselves. Like we have so many depths to us. Like you said, the ocean.
I think that's what brings about the chaos, because I think there's an emotional intelligence that is beyond this world in the water signs. I know as a water sign, I can be in a happy-go-lucky mood and I will feel some shift in someone's energy, or any slight thing I'll pick up, and I'm like, what's that? Yeah. And it'll change my mood, and I'm like, what the?
It's
and everybody's like, it's just fine.
It's the instinct thing. It's like you feel it. You feel it. But somebody has a question. They actually texted me the question because we was just talking and going along. They asked, how do I use it if I'm more air than earth? So they have more air in their chart than earth.
Utilize the grounding aspect of earth to tap into the element of air that you have. Being able to flow is your strong suit, your strong point. Being able to be the grounding aspect puts you at peace. So you might deal with something, and it puts you in a place of discomfort a little bit, but that grounding is what is going to center you. It's going to bring you back to earth. And I think that air sign aspect of you, using them in unison, will just help you to, like I said, to flow through it a little bit, give you better understanding of your situation. Because you have to have a calm spirit in order to analyze. Because if you analyze in anger, all you're going to do is see all the bullshit. If you analyze in love and light, all you're going to see is the love and light. So if you tap into that balance and that flow and be able to center yourself and be able to decipher through everything, I think that's the best way to be able to start to manifest and utilize all the aspects of yourself.
Yeah. I would also like to add, you're an earth sun, but you have the air, you said, in your moon, in your rising. So you're probably someone who people find very physically attractive and likable. You probably attract a lot of people, but that air energy, because it's constant mental energy, it's kind of a what's the word that I'm looking for? Kind of an unsettled energy, because it's constantly thinking. It's lots of mental energy. What I would say is use the earth, like Phoenix was saying, to help ground you. So things like going outside and walking barefoot in nature, because you're getting the air and you're getting the earth combined at the same time. Meditating in nature, doing some yoga in nature will help you balance that constant mental thinking energy, and allowing yourself time to just breathe and take a break from the constant thinking, the constant worrying, the constant that goes on with the air energy. Draw from that earth energy to ground yourself. I know. I think Ahzzy wants to add in too as well. Oh, I thought you was jumping in. But that's all I want to say.
I was in agreement with you. I did get the dancer of life for her. So yeah, it's movement. You need movement.
Twerk a little something. Shake a little something.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite cards there. I love the expression that card has with it when the spirit of or the dancer of life speaks. It actually moved me to dance. And sometimes we gotta move. Sometimes that's our spiritual voice, the movement. Sometimes that's how we speak to the creator. That's how we speak to our spirit guide. Sometimes that's how we speak to our inner self. By movement. I had an ayahuasca experience when spirit told me, dance, you have to dance. You need to dance. You need to move.
I already get you did.
So
did you record it?
I have one little video where I did like this dance, and I was
especially if you go to them practitioners or shamans that be doing the music. It'd be like a fucking concert. What's going on?
But if you think about it, our ancestors did that. If you think about it, our ancestors did that. And it doesn't matter whether it's African ancestors, Native. They were radical. I think me and you were just speaking about that, Oz, when we were like, yo, they're radical. They dance. They shout, they yell.
All kind of stuff. They did what they felt.
All kind of stuff, you know. So, and that's kind of what we need to go back to, you know. when it comes to, grounding, please look at your charts, because sometimes, like for instance, I am a water sign, but my rising is a Capricorn. So in Earth, I need to meditate a lot. A lot, grounding a lot. I'm good when I can manifest with water, but in order for my grounding aspect, I need to be in nature.
Mm-hmm.
Pay attention to your charts. Pay attention to the charts. Pay attention to your dominant placements, because sometimes you can be manifesting the wrong way. You can be manifesting the wrong way.
And I would also add, also learn to flow with whatever element we are in and how that's going to work with you with your chart. You feel me? So right now we're in Leo season, but Leo is fixed fire. Leo is stubborn. Think of fire. Fire can't be contained in one place usually, but it's fixed. You see what I'm saying? So it's fixed because to me, the fixed nature of it gives it a level of grounding. I think also knowing who we are and from the aspect of our astrological or numerological chart, as well as how it connects with what season we're in, because every season, every element has something to teach us. There's things that we have to learn. Leos are known to be self-centered and vain, to be really into themselves. So Leo needs to teach us about self-love, but Leo can also be over generous. Some of us need to not be stingy in Leo season, but then some of us need to not overgive. There needs to be a level of balance with everything. You feel me? So like, definitely, like the sisters are saying, definitely tap into that, but also learn to what is this element or this time or these astrological planetary alignments are teaching me at this time. What is Venus retrograde teaching me, and how does that connect with me? What is any kind of retrograde? Because to me, a lot of times we think negatively about retrogrades. That's what most of the mainstream likes to do, but retrogrades actually help us. They give us a reset. They slow things down for us when we need to slow down. You know what I mean? It's to me, the whole pandemic was like a spiritual retrograde to an extent. You feel me? We needed to have that time to stop, to think, to reassess. Like as he said in the very beginning, this time is about reassessment, reevaluating what's happening in our lives at this time, how we're moving. Are we moving in the right direction that we need to, or do we need to shift some things? Like you said, with the butterfly and the caterpillar. Do we need to shift some things? Are we trying to fly a little too damn soon? Or we need to crawl a little bit? We need to get to that cocoon a little bit, get a little closer to that cocoon before we start trying to go here. Not that you can't go here, but there's divine timing and cosmic alignment for everything. So everything is supposed to happen when it's supposed to happen. You feel me? She said I read fire. Sally, sorry. Go ahead, Mama. I'm sorry.
No, I look at retrogrades as time to like really reflect. Like I said, the theme that I have noticed during all of these retrogrades that we're in right now is the fact that we need to step back. We just have to step back and let spirit handle certain things. Sometimes it's rest, and we have to understand that and realize it, that it's rest. Sometimes it just means to sit back and chill, observe, watch. Don't make a decision right now. You don't need to make a decision right now. Right now, you need to pay attention. That's just how I look at it. But as you were saying, how Earth is, my moon is Taurus, and I have to go out in nature too. I have to. My rising and my sun is Scorpio. So
wow, you got the opposite.
We're the opposite.
If I don't go out in nature, I'm a wreck. Like I am.
But you know what? It's not until I got older that I started doing that. Before it was rain for me. Then once I started getting older, and I think it's because I had to learn how to balance my Earth rising with my water, moon, and sun, that I had to learn how to start like using other aspects to learn how to really ground. Because for me, embarking on my spiritual journey, a lot of the times I'm supposed to be like, you cannot, you're too snappy. You need to.
That's that Capricorn.
Quiet. You gotta quiet it down. So like, I learned like walking in the park, just going and listening to the birds, going for a walk, going into nature kind of calmed me a lot. Yeah.
I literally in my astrology and my numerology have every freaking sign.
damn.
It's so I be looking fucking crazy about polar to people that know me. Like, I'll be happy, then I'll be sad, then I'll be like, then I'll be like, then I'm like angry. What the fuck you going through?
I'm all over the place.
You see, but for me, it's different. I think me and Oz was talking about that where I was telling her, like, I don't know. I think I'm broken. I don't know because I have that sun and that Cancer moon and that Cancer sun, and a lot of people say that Cancer moons are really, really emotional. But I was telling Asma, I was like, a lot of people have complained to me that I have a switch where it's like you can go from really emotional to just straight cold.
Straight Capricorn.
Right. I hate
My
it.
My daughter's a Capricorn.
I hate it. I hate it because on one part I can care about you a lot, but you do something to me that I'm like, I don't care if you died.
I don't care what it is, because we go from one extreme to the other. It's either okay, everything's great, or hell no, you know what I'm saying? I get you. I feel you.
But that's also a way of protecting yourself. You had to have that Capricorn there to do the work that you do, because you had to. The Capricorn helps you to disassociate. You just have to balance it so that it doesn't go to the extreme. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my disassociation is bad. It's bad.
I'm a fire moon. I'm a fire rising. I'm an air Venus. I'm a fire Mars. My midheaven is Libra. I just want peace and balance. Oh, like when I tell you. But then
I thought that my chart was horrible, but yours beat the cake. Great job.
Bro, I got every fucking sign. And the signs that I didn't find, I found it in the numbers. I said, damn it. I got all this. Let me tell you. And then I'm a Pisces North Node. And I'm a Sagittarius. In Western astrology, I'm a Sagittarius rising. But in Vedic, I'm a Scorpio rising. So I come across very like spacey and airhead and ditzy, but I'm really smart because I got a lot of air and fire and all this other shit. But I come across like la la la, yeah. You know what I mean? And then with that,
people underestimate you a lot.
They do. And I for so many years, I've even underestimated myself. And I had to get to a place like, yo, why you keep doing that shit? Like, yo, you real skilled at some shit. But the funny thing is with the Pisces North Node. Now, Pisces, I love Pisces. I've been around these fish my whole damn life. My mother's a Pisces. My father's a Pisces. My grandmother's a Pisces. I got a grandmother's Pisces. I got an uncle that's a Pisces. I almost married a Pisces. I've been around them pain in the ass fish my whole life. Huh?
I said, you like them Pisces, huh?
No, they swim around my ass. I didn't get around. But let me tell you, they drive me crazy sometimes. And then when I dug deeper into my chart, I saw that I was a Pisces Decans and a Pisces North Node. I said, oh my gosh, that's why I come across like a space cadet. Because Pisces be in their own world. I always tell Pisces this and they always laugh, especially when they come to me to readings and stuff. They have their own separate world in their head. Yes. And they retreat to that world to stay in a level of safety in their bubble.
Yes.
They and they don't want to leave that bubble. They just want to stay there all day. Even when I have a Pisces student, my first ex-fiance, his daughter was a Pisces. One day he taped that she was watching TV. She was pretending she was a lion. Gonna be your mighty king. I'm like, shit, oh, fucking really, that baby alone.
Leave her alone. Let her have her fun.
Yeah, girl. And now I see why, like, I be coming across like a space cadet sometimes. And then my mind thinks and works so fast, like faster than I'm able to grasp it, because I'm a Venus in Gemini. So
I'm a Venus in Gemini too, girl.
And that makes your mind like, because you're constantly thinking of ideas. And the thing is, you'll have a spark and the spark will die real quick. You'll lose interest very quick and shit. It's like, so sometimes I have to quiet the mind and tap into the water and the earth frequencies. Like, calm it down, girl, breathe, relax. And then my birthday, I'm born July 15th, 7/15, 22. Let me tell you about the number 22. Oh, shit. You about to have a mini numerology lesson right now. 22 is fucking crazy. That is air energy. That is Aquarius energy. That is Rahu in Vedic astrology. Fucking batshit crazy. High intelligence Uranus energy, but fucking crazy. And detached at times emotionally. It's just everyone to that number or that sign for a lot of people are looked at and viewed as like a science experiment. Everyone in my mind to some degree for most of my life is a case study. And I don't mean to do that. It's just how my mind works. That 22 frequency is so odd. It's very unusual. It's ahead of his time, but it's because it's the two repeated, it second guesses itself. It overthinks.
Try
It's
to
that
juggle
core
too much.
energy on a higher frequency because it's a master number. So to me, the 22s can be masterful at creating shit, or they could be masterful at self-destruction. So that is something that I battle within myself. All them damn signs, all them damn numbers, and that 22 frequency. And it's funny because Aquarians attach to me like white on rice, girl. And I can't stand no motherfucking Aquarius men. I get along with the women, but the Aquarius men, they drive me bananas. I remember, and they do these Jedi mind tricks. My first ex-fiance was an Aquarius, right? I'll be mad at him. We'd be arguing. 2 minutes later, we holding hands, and I'm small. I said, "What the hell you doing?"
Oh, try dealing with the fire sign. All I attract is fire sign men. I be tired of their asses. It's Sagittarius. Look, Sagittarius in specific.
A Pisces in the audience. That's my mama. She said, "We love our own little world and don't bust our bubble." That's that Pisces shit. See that? But though I never dealt with a fire sign too tough. And
girl, listen.
They crazy.
You want to talk about Jedi mind tricks? You want to talk about Jedi mind tricks? Date a fire sign.
Lord have mercy.
And they have the gift of fucking gab. Do you hear me? The gift of gab. When I tell you a fire sign man can literally talk you out your panties, I mean they can talk you out your panties. Persuade the hell.
Some air signs could do that too.
Oh yeah.
Okay. When I tell you them damn fire signs can finesse you out some shit very easily, and they do it. Remember, those fire signs have that innocent innocent childlike tendency. So you think that it's innocent, and it's not. They are.
It's masterful.
What?
It's masterful because remember, fire signs usually are attractive. Mm-hmm. Even if they're not attractive, they know how to. There's something about being yourself that's very unique.
It's their aura
that makes you attractive. Then they're also usually very playful and fun. Mm-hmm. They usually have a good fucking sense of humor. There's been fire sign men that I've been like, yo, I don't even like this dude. I ain't even attracted, but I would go out on a date with it because I know I would have hella fun. Like, and he probably would have got the draws because being that fire energy, that man, and you know the air energy men, they're the charmers. They're naturally very charming, and they don't even try. They can be very charming. And
my first boyfriend was not that charming. I ain't gonna even lie to you. He was not that charming.
What was his sign?
He was an Aquarius.
Well, they're the least of the charmers.
They can be, they can be a little off.
You'll see more of the charmers.
I've dealt with an Aries.
Huh?
I've dealt with an Aries. They got the gift of gab, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's the intuition or what. I see straight through it. You just
that's that water sign. That's that water.
That Scorpio.
Yeah. Like, you don't go somewhere with that.
Let me tell you, Scorpios are
unless I want to deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you know, Scorpios naturally skeptical. So Scorpios are like,
to the point of self-sabotage. We got to stop that.
That is true. Mm-hmm. That is true. They can overdo it.
But don't even start on the Scorpios. Don't.
Oh yeah, you and
we're gonna skip the Scorpios. Okay, we're gonna skip the Scorpios. Phoenix, I love you.
My husband might be a Scorpio. So I don't know, Lord have mercy. I used
Well,
to
I'm not like
love
average
this one
Scorpios,
Scorpio
and I
man.
think that's because I got rising as well.
See, now I'm a Scorpio rising in Vedic, but in Western, I'm Sagittarius rising. That's another space cadet, especially as a rising. I'm like, oh my gosh, I must seem so spacey, but that's maybe why the kids love me when I be
Yeah,
teaching.
well, now I think too much. Scorpio rising and Scorpio sun, you think too much. You're in your head too much, just way too much. And then on top of that, we got this emotional aspect. So we got emotion and we got our thoughts. And so we like logic, emotional, logic, emotional. And it's like you mess up, you mess things up. You self-sabotage a lot if you're not able to balance it off. If you're not able to take a moment to say, okay, let me think about all of this. So we got to think with our mind. We got to think with our hearts. We got to do both. Right. We got to balance them both. If we don't balance them both, and we just thinking with our mind, we're going to fuck shit up. We thinking with our hearts, we just going to let everything in. So
that's true. Scorpios could be very sweet like that.
Yeah, so we like.
Then I say we move from these from these Scorpios. We move from the Scorpios.
You take advantage of them, they going to tear your ass up. And the Scorpio, they get violent. They get violent.
No, you like I'm crazy.
But that's what I will say. I will say that out of the water signs, Cancers are the master manipulators. Scorpios are the fighters. Yeah. And Pisces are the emotional manipulators.
Pisces will gaslight you to the end of days. And they will act, let me tell you, they act like it's not on purpose, like they didn't know what's going to happen. I know so many Pisces men that's like that. And they'll be like, well, I didn't mean to have an affair on you. I just, I was just feeling really
it was your fault. I was feeling lonely. You didn't help me today.
My dick slipped and it accidentally entered.
It's your fault. It's your fault. You didn't hug me this morning. Your kiss was different.
That's Pisces.
The sex wasn't the same. I felt like you were cheating, so I went to go cheat back. Girl, bye.
We went our first day without sex, and I didn't know how to handle it. You're like, what the? Like what? Yeah, that's Pisces.
You made spaghetti and didn't give me garlic bread.
Right. That's Pisces.
You are very emotional.
You know who's a Pisces? Krishan Rock.
Oh, that makes sense.
Common.
That makes a lot of sense. Now you can use the term delusional. Now you can use the term delusional.
Fire signs are still delusional. I don't care what y'all say. Fight me in the comments. I don't care.
I love my Pisces in my family, though. I love them. I do. I understand them now.
Though. I love Pisces too. They just that shit crazy. I
can't get jiggy with the Pisces. I just can't do it. I can't. I get more jiggy with the Scorpios. I tend to bond with the Scorpios a little bit more. The Pisces is kind of just, they're too airheaded for me. Maybe it's my Gemini Venus that kind of just like, why are you so fucking stupid?
Pisces are far from stupid. They play dumb.
Yeah, no, they're not.
That's what I don't like. That's what I don't like. The fact that they know what the hell is going on, but like to play like they don't know what the fuck is going on. And it's just because I am a Cancer, I can read through that shit, and it's like you know what. Like, stop acting fucking stupid. Now is not the time for you to act
attention. You have to understand that they like attention. They want attention. They court it at all costs. They don't care how they look doing it. Long as they did you watch me? Did you see what I did? Did you give me praise? Acknowledge me now. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, and that's why Cancer feel that way, because we ain't got time for that babysitting shit. We trying to go hide the body, and you sitting here doing the dramatic thing for the cops before the cops even get here. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? You sitting here crying. Look, the Cancer and the Scorpio trying to hide the damn body. The Pisces is on the road practicing their scene for when the cops get here. It don't make sense.
That do sound like Pisces.
When they get here, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do that. Make sure y'all watch it. Mind
you, the Cancer and the Scorpio that got the body in hand. Like, nigga, you gonna dig the grave?
That's true. Cancer and Scorpio gonna come up with some masterful shit. Some masterful shit. A Cancer gonna be on the lookout. Scorpio gonna be like, look, I know this place down the road. We could put the, and
No.
Pisces will be like, yo, then when the police come, I'm about to do some jujitsu shit and fly in the air like, ba ba ba. You like, what the fuck you talking about, jujitsu?
All right, look, enough with the Pisces slander. They're gonna kill us, y'all.
But you know what's funny? So
Oh my God.
I always like to look at entertainment and some of these celebrities and their signs and some of their placements, right? I noticed that when it comes to the music industry, the mainstream artists tend to be the fire and the air, which makes sense because they tend to be the trendsetters in the forefront.
The
water
performers.
and the earth
Say
are
it the right way.
trendsetters behind the
Performers.
scenes. So, like the people that are their bosses who run the shit behind the scenes, a lot of times be the earth and the water. You see what I'm saying? But the people that's at the forefront be the fire and the air because the airs are charming. I'll give you a prime example. Nick Cannon. Now, I like Nick Cannon, but Nick Cannon's not particularly, in my personal opinion, super talented in anything in particular. No, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being honest. He got a little something there, but it's nothing that really stand out. But he's a Libra. And Libras can be so likable and charming. They could just, hey, and him, Will Smith, these are the Libras. They're going to make you like them. They're going to charm their way in the fucking door. And that's something that air signs are able to do. Now, the Aquarius is a little bit different of the air sign. They have the ability to do it, but Aquarius kind of don't give a fuck a lot of times. Aquarius is a rebel without a cause. They just rebel just to rebel. But if they tap into that, they can do the same thing, right? So you got people like them too. T.I.'s another air sign. That's a Libra, right?
See, I get on my nerves sometimes.
He's gonna be, well, actually, if you go by the curriculum.
He's the intellect. He's the intellect.
But he's also the charmer.
Tough too, man. Woo.
He's also the charmer. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna make themselves likable and appealing so they work well at the forefront of the mainstream, in my opinion.
Is he a cuss?
I don't think he is, but he's not far because I want to say he's the 25th of September because he's a number 7 energy.
Okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense. That's why he's not really my cup of tea.
Because you probably sense something about him like I do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But then you have the fire signs like the DMX, like the Nicki Minaj. Mm-hmm. They're going to be bold. They're going to be out there. Bizarre. They're going to just be like, this is me. Fuck it. DMX was getting high. His son is like, please, on this damn show, like, Pops, we want you to get sober. He's like, fuck it, this is me. I'm still gonna get high. I love you, but I'm still gonna get high. It's like, damn, like, but I'm trying to tell you, like, that's they have that kind of carefree. They don't like to deal with deep emotions, the air and the fire. You see what I'm saying?
Depending on the chart, because I got one with a Cancer moon and he emotional as hell.
Well, that's because they got the Cancer moon. Or if their water numbers are certain things, then they'll be more emotionally intense, but they don't know how to handle that emotion. It's hard for them. It's like
it's aggressive. It's very aggressive. It gets aggressive.
You got who else is a fire sign in the mainstream? Air sign, Tupac, Biggie, Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle. Patti can't just sing the note regular. Patti gotta be dramatic.
No, she gotta be animated and stuff for no reason.
Her confidence.
Oh my life, I've waited for someone like me. Patti gotta do it nasal, but that's Patti's style. But she's an air sign.
And she gonna make always you love be her. Herself.
You see what I'm saying? She gonna always be herself. She's gonna stand out. But Patti, to me, the way she looks like a Sagittarius rising. But also look at Khalees, fire sign. She looks like a Sag rising too. You see what I'm saying? Now, Erykah Badu is a Pisces, so she's already in her own world. She's already eccentric, but I believe she's a Sag rising. So it makes her even more kind of out there and eccentric. You feel me? But then you got the water signs that'll play the background. You got the Solanges. You got the P. Diddy, who I can't stand.
P. Diddy's a Cancer?
P. Diddy?
Or
yeah.
Or
he's a Scorpio. You can tell he's a Scorpio. And he's a Scorpio number 4. He got some issues.
It's something different with him.
He's another frequency of the Scorpio.
Listen, at this point with celebrities and the Scorpios, y'all doing bad.
With P. Diddy,
y'all got P. Diddy
ruining for all y'all.
No, it ain't just P. Diddy though. You got Future, Drake.
Oh,
Y'all doing bad.
I don't claim them.
But you know, Common is a Pisces, but it makes sense to me why he can't keep a relationship. He's a Pisces. He probably gaslight the fuck out of the women. It's talking like conscious shit. That's what a lot of is the Pisces men get into consciousness and they manipulate. Oh yeah, because you know you my black queen and you my wisdom and this and that. And see, we meant to be together. And da. And see, I didn't mean to fuck your friend, but what happened was see, it was the Venus retrograde that made me backslide and fuck your friend. But I didn't mean it because it really didn't mean
the planets was aligned.
I'm like, how Common get with all these beautiful, powerful black women and he ain't settled down yet as old as he is? Sometimes I'll be looking for shit like that. He's a Pisces. But I look at some of these quote-unquote conscious brothers who talk all this consciousness, but you can't sustain a healthy relationship. There's something going on there.
They blame the woman. The women are not too deep for them, you know.
But you can get deep in her pussy, but she ain't that deep. Where's your power as the king?
Look, what J. Cole say? She's shallow. She's shallow. She is shallow, but the coochie deep. You heard what J. Cole said. Okay? Let's really talk about it.
You see the fuck shit? You see the fuckery? Then when I look at little Kim, I don't know. I know she's a Cancer. She's a water number 2. She's very emotional, very sensitive. But she was best friends for a long time with Mary J, who's an earth sign. But Mary J is also born on the 11th, just like Kim is born July 11th. Mary's January 11th. So they both have that water frequency with each other, which is probably, even though they're opposite signs, why they bonded. But at the same time, they're both very emotional, but both of them struggle with relationships. With that number 11 frequency, they struggle with people not being who they say they are, attracting people like that. You feel what I'm saying? So like it's a whole lot of, to me, the science to it. Do you look at Krishan Rock? She's a Pisces. I think she's
not going to let's not go into that child, please, Lord. Let's not go into that child of Krishan Rock.
I want to like her so bad.
I do too, but I don't. So
she needs to get back to her roots. She needs to get back to who she was. Who?
Sugiyana. She a Scorpio.
Who is that? I don't even know.
Y'all doing bad, bro. Y'all are doing bad.
And you got all these people.
I don't know none of these people. Look, I'm a Scorpio that stay to myself. I don't know what's going on in the world.
Lord have mercy.
Y'all Scorpios is doing bad. Y'all doing bad. Do you hear me?
Who's Blueface? Blueface is an Aquarius.
Oh, that means. I already knew that.
To manipulate that girl, and that girl's so emotionally driven, she don't have his self-control. So any little thing, he's gonna keep poking with her because he knows she's gonna go off.
Yeah, but that could end into fatal attraction if he keep poking her. She don't grow up.
Mm-hmm. But he's not thinking about that now. He think he's smart. That's the problem with the air signs. They swear they can outsmart everybody. They always have a thing in their mind that they're going to master manipulate, and even when they're not that smart. In their mind, they're going to master, manipulate, and outsmart everybody. To me, out of the air signs, the most intelligent ones, a lot of times, are the Aquarius ones, because they got that Uranus going on. Uranus is just odd and weird, and it's like an alien. The kind of people that the Uranus energy between them and the Geminis, but
they are the aliens. Look, they're the aliens that came down. They are the aliens.
They kind of like they're a little. But
I like it though. I like their
quirkiness and their weirdness.
Yes, I like that about them though.
I like it too until it gets a little crazy. So you got like you got the little crazy. It can. Like you got like Charlie Wilson's an Aquarius. You know, he's an Aquarius. Outstanding.
I like Charlie Wilson.
Me too.
Sometimes though he look very odd. Sometimes he be up there and he be doing something. He look real odd, but
I like
love
when he
his
do that yell.
what's the word? His charisma.
I like when the men do that yell. I'll give you my number. My mama's a number. I like when he do that shit. Him and Johnny Gill, I like when they do that shit. But you know who? Well, now here's another air sign, Jaheim. Jaheim will call you a bitch in his song, but he'll sing that shit so smooth. He's a Gemini. He'll be like, stop right here, Jaheim. He'd be like, you my bitch.
Yeah, but Gemini's got them.
Bitch. I be like, damn,
got that double side to him now. He'll sing you out your panties, but then he might do something else to you too now.
That's what I was about to say. Gemini gives bad boy energy. Bad boy energy. Like they always in some shit. They just always in some shit.
Tupac.
Always in some shit.
Tupac. Kendrick Lamar is a weird Gemini though, because he's a Gemini that gives me a very Virgo frequency. I don't know why. He seems very like centered and focused for like a Gemini.
I would say that he's high vibrating because I remember Tariq did a live when we were talking about Geminis and their higher frequency.
Mm-hmm.
So he could be just in his higher frequency. Or he's reached that higher frequency conscious state. Because if you listen to a lot of his songs, he talks about when he was younger and he used to wild out, but now that he is coming into his adulthood, it's different. So, like you said, each sign has its different polarity, When you look at like, for instance, when you were saying about the Sagittarius, DMX was I would say that he was a lower frequency until he started coming up in his age and then he became a higher frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z, higher frequency.
Sag.
Get it?
I won't necessarily say. I see what you're saying, though. Mm-hmm. I think there's like the ebbs and flows of flowing through the higher and the lower frequency, and I think that sometimes things draw us into the lower frequency.
Yeah, I was gonna say
you can be high vibing most of the time, but then because I know I get to my mood sometime, and people be getting scared when I go into those other frequencies because that's
the Cancer.
Yeah,
because Cancer and that lower frequency is batshit crazy.
We ruthless.
We don't I would say that we are the coldest of the water signs once we get there.
You think so? Well, yeah.
They say it. It's proven. Because, like you said, with a Scorpio, the most that you will get is violent. With Pisces, they can get violent, but they rather not. With most Cancers, we get so emotional and erratical to the point where it's like, I don't want to just hurt you, not just violently. I want to make sure I destroy your existence. Like you are going to.
That's
true.
I'm
gonna be honest with me and my lower frequencies. You get me upset, I am going to mentally. I'm going to mentally destroy.
We want to cut you deep through the soul. That's true.
Feel it.
We get upset on that level.
And that's what I said. Like Cancers, we have that extreme emotion. Because if you look, like I think Krishan is actually a Cancer.
No, she's a Pisces. Oh, she looks like a Cancer rising to me, but I'm not sure. She looks like a shape of her face.
She has Cancer somewhere in that chart.
Yeah.
And they were saying like that Cancer and that Pisces, when that mix, she might end up being on Fatal Attraction.
She might start messing with her and taking advantage of her.
And that's what it is. Like once a Cancer feel like they are played with to the point where and they'll give you chances too. Like once you feel of Cancer, they are down to destroy your whole existence. It don't the lower frequency, the higher frequency be like, you know what? I'm gonna get you.
Oh shit, Krishan's a Cancer moon.
I look at that.
She looked like a Cancer rising because she got that round pie face. Her and his other baby mama,
Jaden.
They got that face. Do they look like he likes Cancer risings? But he's cold as a motherfucker. His chart, his sun is Aquarius. His moon is Gemini. His Mercury's Capricorn. His Venus is Capricorn. All these cold fucking signs.
And that's why he's able to look like to the public like he's the cool, calm, and collected one. But here's the thing with Aquarius, and this is something that I learned dealing with them. Aquarius make it seem like they don't give a fuck.
They do. They really
But
care.
they actually give a fuck. And I'm telling you because I got an Aquarius mama. Okay. They will make it seem like they do not care. I don't care. But inside that shit is killing them. Okay. It's killing them.
Oh yeah.
So when it comes to him, that's why he's very good at making it seem on the front like he don't care. And it's okay because I got this girl. You care. You care a lot, actually. You care a lot. So when it comes to that relationship, like I said, when it comes to that oh, I don't care spectrum, yeah, I care. It just takes the right person to bring that care out.
They'll bring it out, but they bring it out in a way because they always want to be calculating. They always want it in their mind.
It is
Aquarius
so
is a lot of times
end,
to me have a big fear. Huh? I'm sorry, Mama. Uh-oh. What you say, Phoenix?
I think she said she was gonna take a call.
I was saying it was real distorted. Yeah, I couldn't make out nothing y'all was saying.
Oh,
I don't know if it's on my end or if it's I'm like, okay.
What thing I noticed with these Aquarius,
but it's better now.
I'm glad you can hear us now.
So,
I was trying to. There was something with the Aquarius energy that I noticed. Right, I forgot what it was, but it's something about their.
You said that they're calculated.
Yes, they have this innate fear a lot of times of people taking advantage of them. They think so, and a lot of times when they're little, when they're kids, they're very sweet. But at some point, a lot of them develop this fear and this thing in their mind where they don't want anyone to get over on them. So they have to get over on you before you get over on them. They have to have one up on you before you get up on them. And it's a weird kind of thing. Like they don't want to be controlled. They have a fear of people trying to control them. So you could be somebody that's nurturing or caring, like a water sign, and be with an Aquarius. And a lot of times they'll have an issue because they'll feel like you're trying to control them in some way. And it's like, no, not trying to control you. You got that in your head. Like, but it's funny.
See, with me, with my Aquarius, I can honestly say, like, when we dated, I got into his head a lot and he hated that. Maybe that's because of that Gemini Venus that I have, but I got into his head a lot and he used to hate it. Like, I was the only person that can invoke certain emotions with him and he hated it. Like, with a passion. But it's the same thing with my mom. Like, my mom has 2 water sign children and 1 fire sign child. And when I say we bring out the emotion, we bring out the emotion. And she
and Aquarius is they're so awkward with emotions. It's hard for them. It's like they don't want to cry. They think that a lot of times it's like vulnerability.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's natural. You gotta have a
As
heart.
they go into their older age, they start to really deal with their emotions. I noticed that about a lot of they start to, like, as they get into like their older age. But if you catch an Aquarius in their 20s, they don't give a fuck about life. They don't care. And nope, I don't care. It is what it is. Oh well. Until they start, like, I think that's why a lot of Aquarius end up having children. Because like I think
have kids young. A lot of the males and the females I noticed have kids young.
Yeah, they need it because if they don't, they stay into that cold. And I feel like most of Aquarius end up even having water sign children. I feel like a lot of them end up having water sign children.
I never thought about that, but I think you're right now that I think about it, because I'm like,
Yo, there've been times my mother called me cold, and I'm like, what? Me? What? And she's
Aquarius is a funny creature. I love them, but I can't stand them at the same time.
I never figured it. One time my mother said, she's a bitch. I said, I'm a oh, me? Oh, I know you're not talking. I know you're not talking. She was like, you are. You could be a bitch. And I've been looking at her like, but you know what? That's that I feel like, I don't even feel like that's my Capricorn. I feel like that's my Cancer. Because for me, when you hurt me good enough, that Cancer switches. It's just like,
because you know what the thing is, Cancers, when we don't open up to everybody. When we do, we love very hard and very deeply, and we're super fucking loyal. Loyal to the core, loyal where it don't matter what it is, we got your back.
Mm-hmm.
And when you break that
I don't.
trust or something with us, it hurts
Done.
so deep
It
on layers. It's like, yo, you don't even realize the impact of what you did. I'm sorry, Phoenix. You want to chime in, Mama?
Well, I'm trying to understand. I've been trying to understand this for a very long time. Why they say that Scorpios and Cancers are good, or have good compatibility. I don't understand that because I've tried it and it's.
It depends on what Cancer it is, only because my twin flame is a Scorpio, okay? And we have a very good, I would say, mental and emotional relationship, but it depends on where you are in life. I'm not gonna lie to you, it depends on where you are. I have a lot of Scorpio girlfriends and we get along very well. It depends on where you are. It has to be level. So if you have two low vibrational Cancer Scorpios,
That's hell. Hell in the handbasket.
Maybe that's what it was. Cause whoo,
but if you have two of them that vibrate really high, when I say y'all can wreck shit together,
Oh yeah. It could be very powerful, and
it's
it could
powerful.
even be a language where y'all don't even have to speak.
Say much.
Y'all would understand each other intuitively. Because there was one Scorpio guy, I couldn't get over him for like 10 years. I was like in love with this Scorpio. And he wasn't much shit, back then. I'm just being honest.
oh
I hope he ain't
no.
watching, but it is what it is. And he's a little chocolate couple together. You don't always see chocolate couples together. Outside, it's extra special and shit. But I loved that man. I compared every man for the next 10 years to this guy. You know what I mean? And I loved him. And when I reconnected with him years later, it was almost like it wasn't the same on his end fully. Like it was always a place for me, for him in my, for me in his heart, but it wasn't. I'm like, it's not the same. You know what I mean? But I will say definitely what Azzy said about it being where you are in life. Also with compatibility is tricky because a lot of times they measure compatibility on the
Off the
surface,
sun.
just the
Mm-hmm.
sun signs. But there's so many layers to a person. The person could have compatible sun signs, but their moons could conflict. Their Venus, their Mars could conflict. For example, I've seen people who are opposite signs that are considered incompatible, but they're wonderful together. But I look at their numbers and I'm like, oh, y'all numbers get along well. Like, for example, if y'all remember that rap group Dead Prez, there's Stickman from Dead Prez. Stickman is Pisces. One of the most responsible Pisces men I've ever seen. I really commend him. I have a Pisces friend too on Facebook, and I had to tell him the other day, I said, you're one of the most responsible, most well-rounded, consistent Pisces men I've ever met in my life. And he was laughing. I said, no, they don't make a lot like you. You don't understand. You come from a different cloth. And then we were talking, and I found out he was raised by his elders, his grandparents. I said, that's why you got the elders' wisdom to kind of calm that Pisces shit down. But I say all of this to say, Stickman is a Pisces.
Scorpio too much.
His wife is a Virgo. Those are opposite signs. Them two been together like 20 years, and they seem very happily married. But when I look at the birthday and their numbers, I'm like, oh, their numbers are very compatible. Yeah. So it's a whole lot to me to compatibility. So even when I do compatibility readings, I don't look at just the sun, because a lot of times they just say the sun. Like they'll say oh, Gemini and Aries make a good match, but I've always noticed that a lot of Geminis get on Aries' nerves. They could get along, but the Geminis irk the hell out of Aries for some reason. I don't know why.
Because Aries is more of a I feel like Aries are the Capricorns of the fire signs.
That's
I do.
Yes.
I feel like Aries are like the Capricorns of the fire signs. So, and I'm saying this because I've experienced a lot of Aries in my life, especially the men. They like to have fun, but they are very grounded and responsible when it comes to certain things. So, like Gemini's constant nagging and little put this in order, that's gonna piss the Aries off because Don't tell me what to fucking do. I know what to do. Just leave. Don't tell me what to do. And Geminis are like that. Geminis are very much like that. Geminis are very much like, okay, well, no, you missed the spot there. And Aries is just like,
will you leave me alone? But you know what? That makes sense because Aries. Now that what you said made sense to me because I had to think about it. But when you think about it, Aries is cardinal fire, and Capricorn is cardinal earth. And the cardinal signs, they'll have their shit, but they like to they pride themselves on being responsible. Like the Cancers, like the Capricorns, like the Aries. What's cardinal air? No, we already said Libra. Yes, they pride themselves on being responsible with certain things. They put that shit in high regard, and they like to get things done. Where they're actionary,
but at their own pace. You cannot hurry up.
That's true.
Thing, and it's so funny because now it's coming full circle. I'm the same way. Like I was telling you about homegirl at the job. Like, look, don't tell me how to do it, when to do it. I'm gonna get it done when I get it done. That's why a lot of us are like them life path one. I'm a life path one number. You're not going to tell me how to do this shit. I'm going to do this shit myself. Okay?
Well, you're
not going to tell me what to do. I'm going to do it how once you teach me how to do it, I'm going to do it in my own way and it's going to get done. You know, so those Geminis, they have that, this is how you do it, because they think that their way, because they're intellectual, they think that their way is the only way to do things. No, baby. There's sidewalks, there's streets, there's highways, there's all types of other ways to do it. We don't have to do it your way. And that's where the Aries and the Geminis will clash, because the Geminis are so tedious and so like the Aries is just like, yo, shut up. I got it. Shut up. Damn, shut up. Shut up.
Right. That's funny.
You want to talk about life path numbers? I'm a 4.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Damn, you live in your head, Phoenix. You think too much. You overthink.
That's probably why you don't get along with a lot of Cancers. I'm not going to lie to you.
I don't.
That's probably
my brother is a Cancer, and woo, we fight.
He's a Cancer.
The one that I met?
Yes.
Wait, what's the rest of his chart? Because
Lord have mercy.
Me and him don't have that type of relationship. We don't.
Well, that's because I don't have that type of relationship. I love Sagittarius, and I don't have that type of relationship with my brother.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? You said I don't really like Pisces. My little brother is a Pisces, and I love that little boy like it's this. So it's kind of like, I guess it's kind of.
My sister is a Pisces, so yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's probably that. Living in your head like this, I ain't gonna lie, as a Cancer, it get on my nerve. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a problem that I have with my twin. Like, why did you make that up in your head? Why? What? How did 2 + 2 = 26? I don't understand how that equals 26.
But I lead with my heart, though. That's the thing. I lead with my heart, then I like go in with my mind.
But that's the problem.
I done already jumped in already.
But that's the problem, because you lead with your heart, even though your mind tells you something different. And because Cancer is a cardinal sign, it's like your heart told you jump, but the mind told you this was not right. So why did you do that? Like, why did you do that? Like, a lot of times I find myself saying that about my twin. Like, okay, you got the intuition to know what the hell is going on. So what? You have the intellect to know. You have the intellect to know. You knew that this was gonna go bad, and you still went and did it anyway.
And then I think Scorpios low key like a little bit of danger.
They like challenge.
We walk on the wild side.
They like a little walk on the wild side.
I don't understand why they like. Scorpios give me the I want to conquer the world type shit. Like, they say it's the Leos, but it's really the Scorpios. Like, I want to conquer the world, and if I can't conquer you, I'm going to find a way to conquer you. So you might as well just surrender.
And they're stubborn because they're fixed sign. They're stubborn, just like Leo. Leo's fixed too.
That's probably why
I'm like, oh shit.
No, that's really probably why you don't get along with Cancer, because the Cancer is going to be the logic in the situation. Like, okay, you knew that the store down the block was on fire and you just decided to go to the store on fire anyway, just because your heart said you wanted a Snickers? Really?
Because my intuition said there was something there for me.
Clearly, the fire.
Cancer's the mother. Cancer's also the mother. So we try to teach people shit. We'd be like, well, you know damn well, if you would have went down the other road, we'd have nagging mother.
Let me tell you, with my Scorpio, in the beginning, I had told him so much stuff. And no lie, like, now he's getting it. And I'm like, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm petty like that. I'll be telling him, like, didn't I say that? Didn't I tell you that?
You fight it hard as a Cancer to tell people.
What have we learned? Look, so what have we learned here? Did you learn anything yet? What have we learned here? Because you knew. It would kill me with Scorpios is they will say it. They will say it like, I know that person not for me. I know that person not for me. And Cancers and Scorpios will have that conversation like, yeah, we know that this person. And then they go and do it, and it's like Cancer just wasted their breath even talking to you because you just got alone by yourself.
And like, Cancer gets annoyed by that.
We have a hard time of taking people at face value for some reason. And the hard part about it is we know, and we know, and we know. But it's like, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to look at your potential. But the moment you fuck up, you no longer exist. It's over. It's done. So I don't know.
With life path, I will tell you this: with a 4 life path, a lot of times you are ahead of your time in your thinking. You're a visionary. You see the big picture of things before people even see it. But the problem is that you overthink, and a lot of times with 4 life paths, you're very odd, very weird and quirky, eccentric to people. But sometimes it becomes a little hard for you guys because everyone doesn't see things the way you see it. So sometimes it's like, and you guys are skeptics. You guys are very good investigators too. You guys have natural investigative skills. A lot of times y'all the type of homegirls where if you got a homegirl and she suspect her man is cheating, the number 4 life path.
We're gonna find out.
And put that Scorpio with the number 4 life path, you really gonna find out.
But we can't do it for ourselves. That's the hard thing.
Yes. But with everyone else, you guys are not like the fucking Inspector Gadget. Y'all go ahead and figure it out and put 2 and 2 together. I'll give you an example of a 4 life path. Think of that Whitney Houston song. Friday night you and your boys went out to eat. Then they hung out, but you came home around. You see how she was calculating every fucking thing? I don't know if she's a 4 life path, but that reminds me of that song. It's 6 of y'all.
Look, my friend in this thing. She's a She's a Scorpio moon, and she is the FBI agent. You want to find something? Go to your Scorpio friend. I promise you, they're gonna find it. I promise you, they're gonna find it.
But you know who else is a Scorpio moon? Wendy Williams. She's a Cancer with a Scorpio moon, yo. She be like, I have a hunch that I'll be like, this bitch don't got a hunch. She just know that shit. And she be airing people out. Now, somebody asked about their 3 life path.
Path? Are you creative?
Nisha.
Very creative person.
Nisha, you are a 3 life path like me. We are talkative, honey. We like to talk. We like to have fun. We like to sometimes be the life of the party. A lot of people like to be around us because we can be social butterflies, but we can also talk too fucking much and talk ourselves into trouble. With the 3 life path, you got to be careful because your mouth can get you in trouble. Those 3 life paths are meant to be creative. They're meant to sometimes be public speakers. They're meant to do things in writing sometimes. 3 is about expansion. 3 is about creativity. You got to be even creative with how you dress sometimes. Like, you got to express that creativity in some way, but you have to be careful because people will bring you into drama and scandal. And the thing about it, a lot of 3 life paths don't realize that they help to create the drama that comes around them. They will stir the pot and not realize that you stirred the motherfucking pot. That's the reason that you're in this drama. You're like, well, why they fucking with me? Because of you. You did it. So, that's for that 3 life path person.
Heavy on the stir the pot. Heavy on the stir.
Her mouth like an AK-47. That's what she said.
Listen, that's one of my mentees. That's why I ain't saying nothing right now. There's been a couple of times I had to get in that ass. Trust me when I say that, but a couple of times I had to go, now you know. And she's like, I know. I'm like, yeah, you know.
But 3 life paths are fun. You get to be around, they fun people though.
They are. They are. What about life path number 5s?
Oof. So every number has a higher and lower frequency like everything else in life. Life path number 5 is opposite of 3, so sometimes they clash. But like 3s and 5s are very similar in certain ways because 3 is a fire number, 5 is an air number. So life path number 5s are also very talkative usually as well. Life path number 5s usually do well with writing or public speaking. They also can be great orators. Life path number 5s can also do very well with writing books, creative writing, playwriting. Entertainment is good for the life path 5s and 3s. Life path number 5s also can, they need to travel because that's a travel number. They do well with traveling. They have to, oh, by the way, also, just as it's coming to mind, it, like my mom moves too fast. Life path number 3 also tend to look very youthful, and they tend to struggle with blood pressure issue. Sometimes they may have low blood pressure, but they tend to have a very vibrant, energetic thing about them that's even younger than they are. They could be 70, but their energy will be like 30.
30.
Though they can, on their lower frequency, those can be some of the psychopaths.
That explains a lot. But
that's lower frequency. They don't all operate in the lower frequency. But on the lower frequency, there's some psychopathy there. There's some mental issues where they can disassociate and disconnect emotionally. Now, on the higher frequency, they are very popular, social butterfly type of people, talkative. They love diversity. People that's a life path number 5, I wouldn't be surprised if they date people of different cultures. You see what I'm saying? They like different types of food. They like variety. That's what goes with that 5 social butterfly energy. That's why they do good well at traveling. Some of them might be good with different languages, learning about different cultures. Yeah, they're very cultured on their higher frequency. And that helps them with things like entertainment. They're usually very likable people. The 3s and the 5s are usually the popular kids at school. You know what I mean? The 3s be the ones that get in the drama though. Or the 5. But the 3s and the 5s a lot of times are the popular kids at school.
Tell me about myself. Go ahead. Tell me about myself since we told each other about ourselves. My 1. Don't do me though. Don't do me though.
One life path. Lot of mercy. They can be selfish and self-centered.
I am not.
But one life path, a lot of times, are the first in their families and in their circles to do things because they're constantly put to the forefront. And also depending on the numbers in a person's name and different things with people. By the way, anybody watching, if you would like a reading, please hit me up. A personal reading. But I was like, let me throw that in there. But life path number 1s, first of all, you got to take care of your eyesight because you can have visual issues. Also, it's important for them because life path number 1s tend to be trendsetters. 1 is also a fire number, but 1 stands alone. Those are people who a lot of times you see alone. Even if they have a lot of friends, a lot of times they have to have those periods of solitude to themselves. They have to be alone. And a lot of times they're the first ones in their circles or in their socials to start shit. Not necessarily bad shit, but just things in general. Like if everybody works, those will be the ones that'll probably be the entrepreneurs first. Or that at least will start and attempt to do that. One life path has to self-motivate and self-care. It's important that they do that. Sometimes they make up things a lot in their own head.
I do.
And create problems within their own self because they overthink and they sometimes they mentally masturbate. Like it's they can just be like, oof, sometimes. My mom actually is a life path number 1 as well. You know what I mean?
It's a hard life.
But when they commit themselves to something, they usually follow through. I notice if they commit themselves, like, okay, I'm gonna, and usually a lot of life path number ones are usually good when it comes to things like having a good workout routine. You find a lot of life path number ones that are usually be in good shape or good about their eating habits. They tend to do well with balancing things for themselves. You know what I mean? Like if they're eating a lot of sweets, they'll be like, okay, I need to cut back. I'm going to try to, they
Mhm.
have to self motivate and take care of themselves, because one is that number that just, it deals with the self. There's certain life paths that you would be compatible with based on your life paths as well. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
Tiny and Ti, for some reason, I think they're both 7 life paths, but that makes sense with all the scandal and shit about the alleged abuse and things they was doing. Seven on its higher frequency can be very spiritually powerful, but on its lower frequency, it can be a lot of secrets and lies and deception and wickedness. So every number has its higher and lower polarity.
Polarities, yeah.
I
Yeah,
know he's
yeah.
gonna go into numerology, but I love it.
We did. We did. But guys, this is the last call. If you want a reading, it's 777. You can send to anybody's Cash App.
Yes.
Anything
Cash
else we
apps
need
are
to
always
talk
in the
about?
description. So
I'm gonna
everyone,
put up a poll actually for our next, because we're here every Wednesday. I'm gonna put up a poll. What do y'all want us to talk about next week? What do
we
y'all want
gotta
us to
think of
talk
a
about
topic.
next week? We are gonna let y'all choose. What y'all want us to talk about next week?
Hmm. Yeah. What should we address next week? Don't be lurking them people that's watching, because I can see it. How many people watching? Don't be lurking. Make sure you like,
They
comment,
just
share,
lurking.
subscribe, and you
They
type
just
in
are
the comment
looking.
section in the chat, and comment on the YouTube channel as well, because we're streaming from multiple platforms right now. If you comment under 3 or more of my videos, old, new, I don't care if it's my first video, my last video, you can win a chance for a free full-fledged reading. All right. Don't forget to follow and go to IAmPhoenixNadie's website. She makes some dope, beautiful handmade jewelry. Look at what she's wearing. Bam, bam, bam. You see that?
No.
Don't forget to follow the Copper Shaman on TikTok. That is Phoenix Nadie. Don't forget to follow Asmaaa Moore. Ms. Moore to you. That's such a Cancer mama thing. Ms.
Ain't it? I
Moore
love
to
it.
you. I can see
It
a
is,
teacher with glasses on her nose. Ms. Moore to you.
and it is, and it is.
Don't forget to follow Asmaaa on TikTok either. And don't forget to follow my social medias as well in the description. Thank you all for y'all support. Thank you all. Oh, there's some comments. Let's see. I like the freestyle. Yes, we freestyle. We going with the flow, but we want to have a specific topic we want to cover. What's going on in y'all lives? What do y'all want to cover? Let us know. Don't forget to share this video
Yeah.
with anyone who this may have helped, who may not have tuned in. Share it. Share, share, share. Sharing is caring, as we teach the kids.
All
Yep.
right.
Yep.
But I love y'all. We all love y'all. Thank y'all. And have a great night. Peace.